Hey,
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. So, for Student Athlete U today, we're going to be talking about stress. I have a very, very special guest. Me and him go pretty far back, right? Played high school baseball together. But I'm gonna hand it over to him, let him introduce himself, and kind of explain what he's going to be talking about today.
hey guys, my name is Tariq Freeny. I play baseball over at New Mexico State University. I'm a catcher, um, and I'm majoring in strategic marketing. Um, like Mikey said, we went pretty far back. We played high school baseball together, but now I'm in college, and he's curious what it's like kind of being a student athlete, and what it's like dealing with the type of stresses that come with everyday life. Um, For one, at least for me, right now, I'm dealing with injury. And that's been like a really tough thing for me. I came into this year looking to start, and now that's kind of been taken away from me. So like things like that, of that nature are really difficult. That's one thing that I've been dealing with, and then also just being a student athlete, learning how to use time management to your advantage. For me personally, I always start my day with a to-do list. The first thing I do when I wake up is practice gratitude. I take a lot of time, whether it's 5 to 30 minutes, to sit with myself and my thoughts and meditate, just so I can really focus on being in the present moment. That way, as the day goes on and things are speeding up, you don't get your mind isn't getting sped up with it. Um, Another thing, stress management is just dealing with assignments, tests, a lot of stuff. As an athlete, baseball athlete in season, we're traveling 2, 3 times a week, whether it's a midweek, going to play a weekend series out of or out of the state. It's really important to make sure that you're taking care of your assignments early in the week, or whether it's on travel days, we're going to spend 3, 4 hours in an airport at a time. So you really have to make sure you're using that time to your advantage. A lot of guys will, catch up on sleep or recovery, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's just taking time for themselves. So I think it's really important to make sure that you're using that time to the best of your advantage. Um, Another thing that I would say as far as stress, the everyday life can be grueling. We have weights 5 times a week and we play 4 times a week. You know what I'm saying? So it can really be difficult for an athlete if you're not taking the time to take care of your body, whether that's getting in your meals, waking up early so you can get a good breakfast in before you go to weights, uh, making sure you're getting in lunch. At least for me, I'm a guy who likes to get to the field and get a lot of extra work in before practice even starts. So I got to make sure that I'm not sacrificing my nutrition in order to take care of my stuff on the field as well. Um, and then, at least for me, being an athlete who's been injured, I'm always in the dugout during the game. So I catch up on meals when I can, there, here and there, snacks, protein bars, protein shakes, all that stuff. And when you're not doing that stuff, it's really difficult because, uh, at least for me, being a catcher, you're one of the leaders on the team. You're a bigger guy. You want to make sure you're maintaining your weight, maintaining your power as a hitter. So I got to make sure that I'm on top of my eating every day. It's like a second job, if you know what I mean.
For
You
sure.
really got to make sure you're getting in your protein, prioritizing carbs before you go to train, stuff like that. Um, Another thing for recovery that I really enjoy, this year was the first year that we started training 5 times a week. And every one of those days that we train, we spend the first 20 to 25 minutes going through a stretching routine,
Okay.
going through dynamic stretches and stuff like that, just to like prevent injury because a lot of guys don't prioritize that stuff. They just want to get in the weight room and lift weights. And I love doing that, of course, but
Right.
when you're playing 56 games in a 3 month span, like that stuff will catch up to you. So you really got to make sure that you're taking time to take care of your body and stuff like that. Um, Another thing, just to like manage stress, I would say is making sure that you have time for yourself. Um, I spend a lot of time. Reading. I have books with me everywhere I go.
Very cool.
Um, so just find something that you're passionate about, something that can kind of be an escape from baseball because or sports really, because it's really easy to kind of get caught up in it all, and it feels like that sport becomes your identity.
Yeah.
And say that sport isn't going well, what are you gonna do then? You got to look outward to find the things that you're passionate about, things that can keep you grounded. Um, so yeah, that for me that's reading, and I have a girlfriend, and that's another thing for me. When I feel like I'm struggling, that's my person I go to, or my family. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
sometimes when I'm having a tough day, they'll give me a call, and it cheers me up like that, man. So it's just really important that you have a strong support system around you to make sure that things aren't going too fast and that you can kind of have an outlet to talk about the things you need to talk about, or just have somebody take some of the weight off your shoulders. Um, yeah, man. If I'm being honest, that's how I deal with stress as an athlete.
Yeah, I mean that's all great. I was curious though. I mean, obviously, like since I've known you since high school, have you always kind of had this like this idea about how you manage your own stress, or do you think that that's something you've kind of like gained more knowledge of since you've been playing longer? Now, obviously, games are getting more intense, right? Schooling's getting more intense. Is that something that you kind of had to experience and then learn through, or have you kind of always been very grounded in yourself and stuff like that?
No, I wish I was always that way. I think I'd be a lot more advanced if that was the case. This is something that has definitely been a work in progress for me. Um, a lot of people that I met my first year here at New Mexico State taught me a lot about myself because this is my first year at the Division I level, and I struggled a lot my first season. I'll be honest with you. So dealing with school, dealing with failure on the field, it was really difficult for me. And I kind of, like I said, I made baseball my identity, and I didn't really know how to deal with that. So having people that I met here that were really good friends to me, they kind of taught me a lot about myself. So they taught me being present, being grateful for everything that you got because it can be gone just like that. A lot of people who were seniors last year, my first year here, they wish they could get just one more game, one more opportunity on the field. So all these things that I kind of learned from different people, bits and pieces, I didn't have it at first. I wasn't a complete project, and I'm not now even. You know, this is an everyday growth type of thing.
That's very cool. Yeah, once again, just thank you so much for coming and talking to me and talking to everybody else. I greatly appreciate it, bro. And good luck on the remainder of the season. I hope you get back on the field 100%. Because for those of you that don't know, a good Tariq Freeny is good for baseball. So very excited to keep, watching you play and stuff. Best catcher I've ever pitched to. Sorry for all the other people I've, whatever. But yeah, man, thank you so much. I appreciate
Yeah, man, of course. It's been good talking with you, man.
it.